Guys, I hate to say it. I don't know if I can be a Pokemon fan anymore. I think it might be over. I
Why
think it might
that?
be over, chat. I think this might be the end of my Pokemon fandom. But Game Freak has done something so unforgivable that I don't know if I can go on. And I think it might be a leak. So I don't even know if I should talk about it. I don't know if it was on the website or if it was a leak. But it has nothing to do with ZA. It has to do with something else in the direct. And I'm extremely upset. And maybe I need to boycott all of Pokemon for the rest of time. Find out what that is later in the show, unless somebody objects to the potential leak for a
You want to talk?
non-story based thing.
You want to talk about the announcement of Pokemon Strip Club, the game where it's
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
strip
yeah.
club?
Yeah, that was a great announcement. All the Lopunnies and Gardevoirs are there.
I look, I don't know what to do with this bit. Normally I have something to do and I'm like, okay, I know how to respond to the bits that you do, to the cold opens. I don't know how to respond to this one.
This is one of my, every once in a while I'll do like a little cold open where it's just like I say something silly and I start the show and you don't necessarily have to have a response. That's just what it is. So there you go. I don't know if I can be a Pokemon fan anymore, Alex.
Back.
This might be the last Pokemon 9 might be the last Pokemon episode of Detour Head because of this terrible thing that Game Freak has done to me. And I'm not. It sounds like I'm doing a bit right now. I'm not doing a bit. I genuinely am very upset. So stay tuned, folks.
I don't want to.
I have a lot of positive things to.
Shut
I have
up!
a lot of.
The woman is talking.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
We have to let female voices speak.
First of all, fuck all of you. Second of all, you can't lead into that and then not tell us what it is.
You want to hear what it is, right? I figured I would get into it when we got into the game.
Start it off.
Okay.
Timestamp it. If they don't want to hear it, they can skip it.
Okay.
No, Penguin, nobody listens to this show. Olivia's not going to listen to this episode.
At least
so we don't have to worry about it.
Let's introduce everybody and then I'll say it. Welcome to Detour Head. I'm Riely. Here's Alex.
Right, we have to rip Penguin just because you've been away from the show for a while.
You don't have to explain how the structure of a show works to Penguinmage. She's been on one before.
Don't cut me off. Penguin, so you've been away from Detour Head for...
Nobody wants you to mansplain, okay? Nobody wants you to mansplain, alright?
You've been away...
Stop fucking mansplaining.
Motherfucker, let me speak! Let me speak! I am the second oldest here. I am the oldest man here. Let me speak. I'm allowed to speak. It's my turn.
Oh yeah, you're the oldest man here and women don't get to speak, so obviously you're the one who gets to speak.
I was gonna do a funny little bit and make a joke about the show, but alright.
Fucking hate old people.
No, say it.
Yeah.
Penguin, you've been away from Detour Ahead for a while. Almost weekly, we forget to introduce the show, which is why Riely cut into it so quickly.
That's not true. We never forget to introduce the show. You're just
we
so
forgot for 45 minutes one episode.
That happened one time. It was isolated incident. But regardless, okay. Also, we have guests. Brad is here. You can see him in all of his glory. There he is. I don't know if I'm actually gesturing to where he is. Actually, I'm not. He's down here. There he is. And also joining us, not on camera, but in our ears and in our hearts, is Penguinmage.
I'm glad to be here to spread racism.
It's really funny that for us, for the topic that we're talking about, Riely.
Yeah.
The potential end of Generation 9. Penguin is here for episode 9. Her 9th episode.
The 9th Pokemon episode? Or no, her 9th episode.
Her 9th total episode. The only person who's been on the show 9 whole times.
Penguin, undisputed champion, Penguinmage.
The undisputed champion, Penguinmage.
I can't believe y'all got a woman to talk to you for that long.
For 9 whole episodes? What the fuck?
I love Penguin. She's like my best friend. That's why she comes
No, there's
on so
nothing
much.
wrong. There's nothing wrong with Penguin, and there's nothing wrong with you, Alex. I'm talking about
You've done the
specifically
joke too
Riely.
much, Brad. That's it.
I'm talking about specifically Riely. I can't
tapped
believe
the
Riely
well.
has had a woman
Brad,
talk to him for
Demigloom
this
is not
long.
on this show. You don't have to like hate women so hard.
I don't hate women. I just hate her.
Demigloom or
All right,
Penguinmage?
let's get to what,
What
we're
did
here
I
to.
do?
It's Demi.
Okay.
Because
okay.
she just won't talk to me for the dumbest reasons.
Penguin Demi
I'll
banned him
convince her.
from her server. By the way, that's why he doesn't like Demi.
Oh.
The short, sweet, and to
Has
the
Penguin
point.
even? It's weird when I think of like my friends who have not interacted with my other friends. Has Penguin even met Demigloom?
I've maybe.
Who knows? It could be any answer. None of us remember.
I don't know.
All right, you guys want to talk about some Pokemon?
Sure.
Mega Pokemon are coming back.
Oh, I'm so happy for
We,
Megas
I mean, we already knew that, but it was beautiful to see him again.
Yeah.
Just in action.
in 3D,
Hold on, hold on,
HD,
hold on.
high definition, 4K.
Oh, let's be for real. They did not announce it. The first trailer. This
Yeah,
is
they
now.
did.
Yeah, they
Did
did.
they?
At the end
Yeah,
of the
they do.
trailer, they showed the little Mega Evolution symbol.
That was like the little end
Oh.
of trailer cliffhanger. Was the little Mega Evolution logo popped up, and it's like what?
They didn't announce any new megas this time either. And then did
They
you see
didn't
the new
announce
battle
anything
style?
new.
No, I
they-
mean
they
in
announced
terms
the
of
new
in terms of
No,
in terms of
no.
like Pokemon, but they announced the new battles. They announced like the new like they just didn't announce any new Pokemon or forms. That's what you're getting at.
They announced the starters, which I think they already did. Yeah.
No,
No.
they didn't.
Today was the first.
I thought
the
they
first
had been
time.
leaked, but the leaks were wrong. So
Every single leak was wrong. Every single
wonder-
one that I saw was wrong.
I wonder if they just went in there at the last minute and swapped them out to fuck with the leakers. You think maybe that's possible?
It is.
It
I
could
feel
be
like it
possible.
is.
They could have done that. Maybe
They
that's
coulda-
why.
They
Maybe
could have
that's
sat
why
there.
they threw Johto starters for no reason. They were just like, "Fuck, we had to change them." What about this one? This one? This one? Oh, there's 2 for the same region. Fuck, who cares? We gotta fucking ship the game.
I just imagine one of them at their computer going to ChatGPT like, which trio did not get leaked?
You know they have a whole PR
a
department that
trio of
tracks
starters that
everything
no
that's
leaker
talked
has
about,
said?
right? You know they have a whole department that tracks everything online. There's got to be an entire department over there just constantly combing over the
God, I want to work
trash
there.
and the trash and garbage that is
You're telling me that I could get paid to
Pokemon
read
fans.
Pokemon fanfic?
Hell
Like-
yeah. I want to work in that department at the Pokemon company. Hit me
All
up.
right.
Hit me up.
So you brought it
But
up.
regardless, real quick, I never said the thing that we made this whole big deal out of me saying. So I just want to point that out. I'm sorry, dude. You were like you'd said the first word of your sentence at the same time I started my sentence, and then like it kind of
Go ahead.
crashed into each other. You go ahead.
Your turn, Riley.
Mine was a topic starter. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead, Peg.
Fair enough.
Tell
Okay,
us.
here's what they've done to us. You know, Pokemon Champions, that new fun little battle simulator game. That game where the whole game is you battle Pokemon and there's nothing else in there. There's no RPG in there. As far as we know, seemingly there's no RPG in there. There's nothing outside of just taking a Pokemon, battling them. Okay, that's all. That's all you do in Pokemon Champions. You want to know?
Eat his
what they've
worst
done?
nightmare.
You want to know what they've done? You want to know what these motherfuckers have done?
Paywall it.
Everybody has talked about. I think they are going to paywall it, but that I don't care about. That is fine. I would pay for it if it were the thing that I thought it was going to be. People have talked about having this type of game since the announcement of Sword and Shield, because of a very specific aspect of Sword and Shield that was heavily panned, that they thought this type of game could fix. Because it was a programming problem where they didn't have the time or resources to program an amount of things in a game where they also had to program a bunch of other things. So if they made a game that was just battling, maybe they could solve that problem. You would think they could solve that problem. Guess what, guys? No national decks in Champions. Still limited selection. Fuck you, Game Freak. I'm never playing Pokemon again.
Whoa,
It's
hold on,
over.
hold on.
I'm
How
done.
do you know that it's
Who
limited
the
selection?
fuck cares?
I care. I care. I'm sick of this limited fucking pool of Pokemon shit. Fucking gotta catch them all. I know that's not the thing anymore, but that's the
Hold
thing
on.
that everybody knows.
Hold on. How do you know that it's a limited selection?
Central Leaks. So maybe it's wrong, but Central Leaks has a pretty good track record.
But they also in the trailer said that it has home connectability to bring your Pokemon over.
They didn't say all
And-
of your Pokemon. They said to bring your Pokemon over.
It looks like I think
Looks
that's
to
to
be the TV.
combat people from using Showdown. Or to like not completely wipe out Showdown cuz if they wanted to they could have already.
Listen,
But I think they're trying to get people to come back to stuff made by Game Freak in the Pokemon Center and to stop
Alex,
using this shit.
Yes, Alex, but they're retarded. So they will do stupid retarded shit just for fun, and they will still kill Showdown because of it. They will still kill Showdown because of Pokemon Champ. They will still DMCA Showdown. Showdown's done, by the way. The moment we get a release date for Pokemon Champions, Pokemon Showdown's getting DMCA'd. I'm sorry. We have to understand this reality. It's going to happen to us.
You
I
gotta
don't want it to
realize that
happen either.
competitive battlers will throw a fit because that's how we practice or like test our shit before we go train.
And then their response is gonna be "fuck you." You get Pokemon Champions to test your shit.
So the reason I think that you're retarded in this accusation here is that
It's what I read on Twitter. It's what Central League said. Who has a very
and
good
you're
track
reading of
record.
an accusation.
You're right. Every time I read something on Twitter, it's always right.
Not
Good
I'm
example.
saying specifically from Central Leaks. Central Leaks has a good track record.
I just like how you said that. I read it on Twitter.
I read it on Twitter, so it has to be true.
Okay. Let me explain this here.
Okay.
And why Central Leaks is probably going to be wrong on this one.
Okay.
It has home connectability.
We all understand the
all-
logic here. You don't have to explain the logic, Alex. We all know the logic. That's why we expected this to be the case. And then it's not the case.
Let me finish. I have
Okay,
not
I mean-
finished my I haven't even started my actual thought yet.
But we
Just-
all know what it is. It's like, oh, it can connect to home. It's a battle simulator. It's supposed to compete with Showdown. We all know what you're going to say. Game Freak is stupid. That's what you're failing
Okay.
to get here. But go ahead, though.
Okay, look, the thing with the home connectivity means that all
Okay.
Pokemon now are all on the Switch. There's no
Alrighty.
Pokemon left behind on the 3DS. You can obtain every single Pokemon on the Switch now and transfer them all over. That's why I don't think they're going to do a Dexit with Pokemon Champions.
Riveting opinion.
Brad, fucking back up from you. Yes, Alex, but what you fail to understand is Game Freak, they have all of the power. And they have all of the track record to prove that they're never going to do the thing you expect them to do. And it is very plausible to me to believe the idea that they're going to do like these controlled rollouts of Pokemon. Because that's exactly what they did for Pokemon Go.
Why are you fucking bothered about the app that makes you exercise?
I'm not. It's just an example of something Pokemon related that has had this exact same formula of shit how it works.
You know what? Who knows? Let's bet 20. I'll buy you a plane ticket up here if they dex it. How about that?
Okay.
Is that fair?
Okay.
Where
I'll take something Central League said for a fucking plane ticket bet that is
Hold
no
on.
issue to me.
You're gonna get this
Hold on,
shitty little
what
plane.
What state do you live in?
It'll cost like maybe $200.
Which one of us? You know where I
Alex.
live.
Alex.
I live in Ohio.
I could drive there. Could.
Yeah, come find me, Brad. Come find me.
Yeah, hunt him down.
Hunt me down. I
Is it
love I
Ohio?
love a
Is
good
it-
manhunt.
Isn't Ohio just like a couple of streets?
No. It takes
No.
I thought Ohio was just like the size of a town.
You don't
Motherfucker,
live
it
in
takes
Cleveland.
4.5
Cleveland is the only
hours.
thing that's there. You've got Cleveland and a couple streets.
Cleveland,
Right?
Columbus, Cincinnati, Toledo.
Well, Well, I also forgot that you also have that Ultra Space from Sun and Moon. I forgot that you have the
That's where
own
Ohio
little
is.
dimension.
Is the ultra space in Ohio?
Yeah, I think so because that's where all the memes come from, right? Where all the brain rot memes.
I don't know what you're
The-
fucking talking. Are you having a stroke?
I know what you're I know what you're referring to. I know what you're like the term Ohio
You-
and brain rot memes, but I don't know how that has to do with the other
Ultra
thing that you
space?
said. Yeah.
Because it's where it's like its own little dimension, right? People always are like, "Oh my god, dude, that looks like it's from Ohio," and it's like some weird, stupid shit.
Yeah,
right?
it is weird.
That's
Every time I
ultra space.
flew to a different state, right as we were leaving Ohio, they're like, folks, we're gonna hit a little turbulence here. It's like we're going through a wormhole to get out of the state.
See, I fucking knew
weird.
it. I fucking
It's
knew it.
crazy.
Folks, we will now be passing through the dimensional tunnel to Ohio. If you please fasten your seatbelts.
Anyway, let's get back to Pokemon. Let's talk. What I was
Okay.
gonna say earlier, when both of our sentences started, was so we already brought up the starters. Let's talk about the starters.
Hey, Penguin.
Yeah.
Let's
I
talk
just
about the
wanted to see
starters,
if you would
Penguin.
respond if I said that, but yeah, let's talk about the starters.
I want to mention something for 2 seconds. Earlier, when Penguin addressed you, Riley, she had addressed you as Peg, and it's like a million years since I've heard that.
Dead name. I'm so offended
we
right
here
now.
at Detour had like the dead name Riely here all the time. There is no Riely, only Peg. Peggles, Peglet, just Peg sometimes.
Yeah, okay,
Peg.
here's the actual situation.
It's easier.
The Penguin gets a pass to call me Peg, and Alex gets a pass to call me Peg if Penguinmage is in the room. Nobody else is allowed to call me Peg, and you're not, and Alex is not allowed to call me Peg unless Penguinmage is also around calling me Peg.
What about me?
No. Only Penguinmage gets the Peg pass.
I used. I was like the first
Peg
one here to
pass.
call you Peg.
There's probably a better way to work. That's the real reason why I could never be Pegasus the Gamer again, is because the shortening is Peg, and now Peg has more inappropriate connotations to it. It always did, but
yeah,
now,
I was about
now
to
it's
say
like
it always
memed more.
did, but
It's like memed more now, though. Like people are more familiar with pegging
See-
than they ever have been.
See, but Peg, I've called you Peg since like 2017. Has anyone else called you Peg that long?
me,
Yeah, Penguinmage.
I jumped in at 2018.
I thought I was the first person you met on Discord. Not the first person, but like one of your oldest Discord friends. I don't think there's anyone out there that's been there longer.
No,
than
you're
you.
right. You do predate. Well, I don't know if you being on Discord with you predates Penguin. I know we
So-
knew each other from Twitch beforehand,
Right.
for sure.
And then you brought me to Discord. So when I talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
when I talk about me meeting you, I just use my Discord because that's the closest thing.
Yeah, that's fair. So we met like had to have been. I think we met even 2016 or 2015.
Yeah, just look at my
but-
thing. Hold on. It was
or at least earlier in 2017 than whenever you joined Discord.
this is April 19th, 2017.
Okay.
And no, it wasn't that long. I had
Yeah,
Twitch
maybe.
for
Maybe it was a lot quicker than that. Maybe it was only a few months beforehand or something, or weeks, or I don't know. I don't fucking know. This is all
the starters.
baseball
I want
bullshit.
Mega Meganium. Do
Yeah.
it.
Meganium.
Okay,
I
so
don't know why I
since you
said it
brought
so
that up
weird.
first, Penguin revealed something very interesting. And
Oh,
I did a little bit of research to basically 100% confirm this.
okay. The breaking news. This is the 10 Easter eggs you never noticed in the Pokemon Legends ZA trailer.
Penguin,
Breaking
do
news.
you want to tell them what you learned from the trailer?
What was the move? Hold on.
What you and I talked
Oh,
about?
I know what you're gonna say. Is it about Chikorita?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Dazzling Gleam, I believe, that
I don't
Chikorita
think
had.
so. I think it was
Or-
disarming voice.
Disarming Voice. Yeah, I knew it started with a D. It was Disarming Voice. I just knew it was a fairy type move that started with a D. I took my best shot.
By the way, just so you two are on the same page here, the moveset for Gen 9 for Chikorita does not include Disarming Voice at all.
Yeah, they give Pokemon new moves sometimes. I don't think that necessarily. I mean, I know. Look,
Yeah, but
everybody's
that
getting
pretty
so-
much
I-
leads to fucking, like, it maybe doesn't 100% confirm a Grass Fairy type Meganium.
Disarming.
But
I'll be clear. I'll be clear. I want this to be true. I think it would be cool if it was true. I'm not denying that it will be true. There's probably going to be regional forms for the final form starters because that was the case in Legends Arceus. They're probably going to have different types. I would not be shocked at Grass Fairy, but I will say that Disarming Voice is an extremely common fairy type coverage move for non-fairy types. So it's possible they just added it to the moveset.
possible, but I mean, it could also lead to a... Because, like, you're not... What other type would Meganium evolve? Like, would Meganium even have besides Grass
Fire.
Fairy?
Could be all
Fire
sorts
and-
of things.
Fire and let it set the sun, baby.
No, because
Fire
they're
and
not
let
going to
it
give
set
a
the
starter
sun.
another starter typing.
What if they just did that? What if they gave them all different starter types? As
Water,
secondary
grass, water,
Yeah.
grass, fire, water, water.
We don't have. Do we have a grass fire type?
Yeah, Scovillain.
Yeah, new one.
Who gives a shit about that?
That
Grass fire Meganium, maybe, and it sets the sun.
would be sick as fuck if like his it was like a fiery flower on his neck. That'd be cool as shit. It's not gonna
We want-
happen. Alex is right.
want-
We can.
I want-
A
listen,
boy can dream.
I want water dragon for alligator. It already gets dragon dance.
Yeah, what dragon is the most appropriate for Totodile? Although I would hope they'd go a different way for creativity.
I think
like
because going by that logic, he gets Ice Fang, so
Well,
he
yeah,
could
but,
be
like,
water ice or a water.
there's something
steel
about
type.
fanged creatures and dragon types in Pokemon that just makes like okay, so he learns Dragon Dance. He's a fanged creature. You can make him a dragon type if you want, but I
Dragons
feel
are-
like there's more
Counterpoint.
creative ways to go with it.
Counterpoint. Dragons
Okay.
are cool.
You're right.
Penguin,
you
what
are
do you
right.
think?
For alligator?
Any of them? Pig, crocodile, and Chikorita. Any of them?
Should we go around the horn and just like shoot out a prediction for the three of them?
Okay, well, if you're looking at them collectively, the second types always also counter each other.
Almost.
No.
Usually.
Sometimes.
Looking at
Oh,
you,
okay.
Decidueye.
You see, I'm thinking of
Looking
Gen
at you,
4 and I'm thinking
Decidueye.
of Gen 6, and this does track.
Gen 7.
Decidueye has a secondary typing that isn't super effective. Well, no.
Yeah,
'Cause
Ghost and Fairy don't really interact in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ghost and Dark do.
Yeah, but it's already weak to fire. That don't count.
Yeah, but Fairy is super effective on Dark. Dark is super effective on Ghost. That's how the Gen 7 starters work.
Yeah, but
It doesn't have to be a
it's
perfect
not-
triangle.
Ghost does not interact. She's saying that the secondary typing are also a triangle.
No, you're right.
No, what she
I see
said
she's
was they
saying. I see
interact with each other.
We got it. But yeah, they all interact with each other, and I think
How does Gen
Are-
1?
you are right, but only in generations where they all have secondary typings. Because I don't think that's the case for the gens where there's like 2 out of 3. I don't think those types interact usually.
Okay, what about the regionals for Arceus?
That's fair. I mean, that's
Grass
fair. I mean,
fighting, water. What was it? Grass fighting, water, dark, and fire ghost.
Yeah.
Fighting is good against dark. Dark is It's usually a line like that.
hot take.
Well, I did
One of them-
see on Twitter that Tepig has the opportunity to do the funniest shit ever, and be a punchline for both of his starter appearances. Because if you'll recall, when Tepig received some criticism when his evolutions were revealed, because for the previous 2 generations, both of the fire starters had fighting as their subtyping, and they gave Tepig fighting as their subtyping. It was a 3 in a row situation. The last 2 starters in Pokemon have been Fire Ghost. Asui and Typhlosion, and Skeledirge, both fire ghost. Tepig has the opportunity to do the funniest shit ever. Be fire ghost Embor.
You know what I want? You know what I want with Embor?
What?
So the theme is the future, right? So make him a nerd. Make him a fire electric type. Give him glasses.
I can see where you're
Make-
going with this.
Make one of them a nerd, and the other one is like his cool, like fighting type, like jock brother.
I don't think
I
they'll
don't
ever.
know.
To be honest, I don't think they'll ever give one of the starter Pokemon the electric typing, out of stupid retard
Out of
respect,
respect for
Pikachu. There, I highly doubt there will ever be like fire, water, grass,
I really
electric
wanted
starter.
I wanted fire electric or fire normal for Cinderace, and then we just got they're all pure types this gen because fuck you.
Imagine they just all evolve and they're like, you know what? Joke's on you. We didn't do anything to them. You just get.
I mean that's fine. That's
Embor
not even
and them.
that's not
See,
even necessarily like a bad thing. Like one
thought-
type Pokemon can be good.
I
Like
thought
Yeah, but
thought they
Meganium
could-
is not very good though.
Meganium is good. Meganium is a high quality tank, and people underappreciate his uses.
I thought that they would just give him megas.
I don't know. I feel like they.
They could do both, but I feel like at the bare minimum, like you have to at least give them a mega.
Because yeah, I don't. But
think
that's
they're
not a
giving them
rule
megas.
because they didn't give the X and Y starters didn't have megas.
I think the X and Y starters are going to get a mega in this game, but the Legend ZA starters are just going to get different forms. I don't think that they're going to give the ZA starters megas.
Well, I guess we are technically 50-50 on track record for whether a game with Mega Evolution gives its starters Mega Evolutions.
Hot take.
Because ORAS had Mega Evolutions.
Hot
for the
take.
starters.
Hot take. Are they even going to do different forms anyway? Have they announced that? Because this is a region that doesn't have any regional forms.
No, I guess we don't know that for sure, but like it's just I guess we're only assuming so because that's how they did it in Legends Arceus.
It's
so
all
this is a
just
Legends
speculation, though. That's the whole point of this.
game.
Episode,
We
is to
assume because it's like
speculate.
okay, Legends Arceus they brought back old starters, gave them new forms. Legends ZA they're bringing back old starters.
Giving them a new form. Give them a new form. Mega.
They're not going to do
Mega.
mega. I don't think that they're going to do mega forms.
I want
Because-
Mega Meganium, goddammit. I want it.
Well, no, because like
Meganium's
you have to
booty
think about
cheeks.
future. You have to think
Yeah.
about the future.
I think
They have to be viable, and you want people to bring their starter from Legend ZA, transfer it to home, and bring it over to Gen 10 or Gen 9.
You're right. And why can't a Mega do that?
Because there's
'Cause
no
they're not
megas
gonna have
in the new
megas in
games.
the next game.
So just have a base Meganium that can mega evolve won't make sense for the future of that specific Pokemon that you chose.
You're acting like Generation 10 is not going to include megas.
I think
And
they're
don't
literally
like
because
that.
there was
I don't.
there
think
were
it
like
will.
a lot. There were a lot of leaks that said that the starters were just going to be the X and Y starters. So here's what I'm extrapolating. Maybe those leaks weren't entirely incorrect. Maybe they're going to do exactly what they did in X and Y, where in X and Y you got the Kalos starters, and then a little bit later in the game you got the Kanto starters, and those mega evolved. I think maybe we're gonna get this little set of starters that they came up with, and then a little later in the game, we're gonna get to pick a Kalos starter, and that guy's gonna Mega Evolve.
That makes sense. That does follow the track record of X and Y. Also, with the fact that this is in the future, this is basically a sequel.
Yes, which
So
I'm
this
very,
is
they
basically
didn't-
Pokemon Z.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I mean, Pokemon Z would have just been like a Pokemon Emerald thing, so it's not exactly Pokemon. It's Pokemon X2 and Y2 is what it is.
Kind
Do
of,
we-
but you call it Pokemon Z because
Yeah, I
it's
understand.
it's basically a third game to the series.
yeah.
You got
Do
X,
we-
Y,
do we-
Z, A.
Do we really want Mega Xerxes?
Who?
Xerxes,
Xerxes?
The little
We
fairy
playing
deer.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Xerneas.
Xerneas or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Mega fairy deer. Do we really want that?
I've seen a lot
That'd
of
be
leaks.
awesome. Actually, it would be disgusting, and it would be probably banned to anything goes, but it would be fucking sick.
I want to
probably.
see origin forms because that seems like what they're
Ooh.
doing. We got origin. So for the
Ooh.
remakes, we got origin form. Origin form Groudon and Kyogre with the mega Rayquaza. And then with BDSP, we got origin form Dialga and Palkia. We already
Is
had
the origin form of Xerneas and Yveltal just like their chrysalis state, but with a little face poking out?
I don't know, but I hope it's origin. I hope it's different.
Because
Because
they remember they had like a chrysalis, right? If I remember this right from X and Y, like Yveltal would like fold into like a chrysalis, and Xerneas was like a tree chrysalis, and then they would like emerge.
Can we please?
More of
Can
like
we
a dormant
please?
state, though.
Can we please hire story writers for this game, please?
Come on, we had good stuff. Legends Arceus had a good story.
What was the story, Riley? What was the story?
You got
what
sent
happened?
back in time to figure out
You
what
get
was
sent
going
back
on.
in time to figure out
That's
what's going
it.
on with all the Pokemon. And there's fucking the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan and the fucking Galactic Team. And they're all there's fucking like civil unrest and shit. And there's fucking like political relations and like, there's a whole story in Legends Arceus.
It was boring.
You're wrong.
And then you have the side characters. Then you have the side characters like, oh, guess what? I was a ninja the whole time. Too bad this is only going to show up for like one battle, and I'll never be seen again.
I don't know. I think you're wrong on that
He
one.
became a ninja in Legends Arceus for one battle.
The little chef guy. It was in like the very ending of the game where you had to fight your
Oh, you're talking about the merchant? You're talking about like the final boss?
No. It was before that. You fought the head honcho of the town that you were in, and his second in command was the guy who made your food the entire time, and he was a ninja, and it was like, ooh.
Oh,
isn't that cool?
guy.
Ooh,
I didn't get
yeah.
that far that he was secretly a ninja.
He's so forgettable because he only shows up in one scene.
But he makes all the potato mochi for you the whole game, and then Alex looks upset. I think me and you are being too aggressive today, Brad. I think we got to tone it down.
No, I'm just trying. I want to get Penguin involved a little bit more. It's turning. I was hoping that this wouldn't turn into a Mo episode like the other time we brought Penguin on.
The Penguin should just like not even touch that mute button. There's no background noise going on in her. Just like say things when you have them in your mind.
But everybody else is talking too much for Penguin, and I don't want to constantly butt in and be like, Penguin, what do you think?
Somebody has to be talking at all times. It could be her.
We have an editor. Penguin, do you have anything you want to say?
I need to hurry this up.
You getting okay? Say what it say.
Sleepy.
Say whatever you need to say about Legends.
Just in general?
I don't know anything. You have the floor now.
He's trying to get a wrap up out of you so you can go to bed and we can keep doing the show. I believe.
Well, no, I want to keep her around so we could talk about the Switch. So we can talk about Switch in a minute.
Is it going to be on Switch too? This game?
Probably not.
Because they said it was going to be on Switch. They wouldn't have said it was going to be on Switch.
But hopefully it'll run better on the Switch too.
Yeah,
with this extra year that they're taking, I really hope so. I'm glad that they're taking their time. What do y'all think about
the battle system? Or at least what we've seen of it.
What did you think of the battle system, or at least what we've seen of it?
That it looks like Digimon World.
Yeah, but do you think it's going to be fun, or do you think... Because, like, everybody on my TikTok, they're all pissed about the starters, and they're pissed about the battle system.
I don't know. I think it looks fun.
I like real-time battles. It looks really interesting.
I want you to put your... Sorry, it's my turn. I want to talk. I want you to put yourself in like you were a 5-year-old again. All right. So you're at the playground. You're talking with your friends, and you're like, "Dude, I wish it was a Pokemon game where like the Pokemon moved." All right. Everyone had that conversation when they were 6 years old. Everyone did.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like, okay, here's me and Penguinmage talked about this in the group chat, and she consoled my mania a little bit. But my main concern is that this becomes the norm, in which case I will be upset. I don't mind a fun little game where we're trying real time. I don't mind if we make real time the Legends bit and we do other non-Legends games as Penguin suggested. I don't mind any of that. We can do that. I don't mind the existence of a real-time RPG Pokemon game and in fact, I find it pretty cool. But if this becomes the from now on battle system, then I am going to have an issue.
Legends had similar mechanics that didn't like translate onto other games.
That's correct. So it's possible that it's just going to be a Legends thing. In which case, yes, do it. Great.
I can't imagine Wolfie Glick playing like a doubles battle with two Pokemon that are moving.
One being controlled by each Joy-Con.
I can't imagine them throwing away a almost, is it 25 or 30? 30-year meta system, basically.
Well, that's fair, but Penguinmage, you have to envision as well. Like they're trying to reach the Pokemon audience, and they're trying to reach the like maybe we could be a Pokemon audience, but we're kind of pissed about how modern Pokemon is going. And one of the biggest criticisms that gets levied by that type of person is, "Oh, it's been the same game for 30 years. They got to change how it works."
And there
have been plenty of RPG series that have fully fundamentally changed the battle system at some point in their life, and it's just remained that way ever since.
And then there are some that haven't. Like
True.
Persona 5 was completely turn-based.
True. But all
Final
Personas were
Fantasy
completely
has
turn-based.
changed to be more action.
They even changed the same game to be. They even changed a game that was already turn-based to be that. The monsters.
They're not stupid. I mean, they are, but they're not. They know that people still like turn-based RPGs. There's still a market for that, regardless if it's kids or 35-year-old adults still playing Pokemon. There's a market for it. They're not gonna throw
I agree there is a market for it. I'm definitely not saying that they should throw it away, that it would be the wise business decision to make. But what I am saying is that I would not put it past them, and that it concerns me to some degree.
I don't think that it should.
Okay, fair enough.
They're so heavy on the history, like the trailer they showed today with the champions. They showed.
Well, yeah, but that was the trailer for Champions, which brings me to my primary concern that they're going to use Champions to replace it.
Leading up. I don't think it's going to replace it. I think it's just going to be a more accessible hub.
I would like to say real quick.
That's what I
would like to say it's also, if you noticed, they had a terrestrialized big whale fighting a Mega Evolution or a Mega Charizard X.
I really hope it's all the gimmicks and not just those two. You know what's gonna happen? Here's what it's gonna be. And here's what it's gonna be 100%. Are you ready for this? Because one gimmick and one gimmick only is gonna get absolutely pie-faced. They're just gonna do the gimmicks that are on Switch, which is literally all of them except for Z moves.
That's really unfortunate, but unfortunately, I think you're right because you can't transfer you can't transfer them up.
So there's gonna be Mega Evolution and Terrestrialization. I'm gonna bet maybe there's Dynamax too, but there's not Z moves.
I love Z moves. Z moves are fucking awesome.
I love Z moves too.
I really hate that you're right on that. I really think you're on the money with that accusation.
What's gonna be the next gimmick, guys? Because they did what if we had a move and we made it like super strong, and then they do what if we had a Pokemon and we made it big, and then they went what if we had a Pokemon and we made it shiny and changed its type. So what's next?
I would like to see like some sort of like playing with Pokemon stats sort of thing. I don't know how it would work. I'd have to shop it more. But like instead of playing with typing and instead of just like playing with one stat, maybe do something that kind of like flips stats around, or like maybe like this is. I would have to develop this idea a lot more for it to be anything real.
Here's the plan, right? What if we had Pokemon and we had like future and past forms, and then mid battle you could just like time warp it into like a different type and a different Pokemon.
No, they already did past and present forms.
I mean, yeah, that's just like a fancy way to do Mega Evolution. Is what you're describing, Brad.
Well, no, because it wouldn't change their base stat total or anything like that. It would just change their typing and moveset.
That's what Mega Evolution does.
How would it change their moveset?
I don't fucking know. Quit asking me tough questions.
This is your question.
I had an idea. I had an idea, and I was like, "Hey guys, wouldn't this be awesome?" And then now you guys are like interrogating me. I feel assaulted. Stop.
Imagine Gen 10. Imagine Gen 10 is a culmination of all the other ones, all the other regions, just like scrunched down just a tiny bit.
They have someday that has to happen, right? It's like a meme that like it'll never happen, and it's a Pokemon, but like. By the transitive property of existence, I feel like at some point Game Freak's gonna be sitting down and planning their next game after Gen 12 didn't go as well as they hoped.
I feel like Gen 10 is the perfect generation to do it in, though.
Riely,
maybe, but I don't think it's gonna come that soon. Maybe I'm wrong.
Riely, that is not transitive property.
It's whatever he wants to be.
Fuck you. It's whatever I want it to be.
It's okay to be trans.
Fancy words and I invent.
Transitive property is a squared plus b. If a equals b, and b equals c, then c equals a. That's transitive property.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they did Kanto and Johto, and they did Kanto and Johto, but Heart Gold, Soul Silver, why not go and add all the other generations in transitive property? They've done it before. Why not do it again?
I don't remember what I said, but I'm pretty sure it was transitive property. But I'll have to go back and check the tapes.
All right, Riely, I want to. So Penguin can get out of here. I want to pivot to our. I want to pivot to something real quick, just so we can get that out of the way.
Okay, we can go back to Legends if
we'll cut. Penguin, do you have anything else you want to say about Legends before we pivot?
So we've had Hisui, and we're gonna have Kalos. And we've had Gen 4 remakes.
Sure.
So the next
What do you think we're gonna get?
Game
X and Y remakes or Black and White remakes, or
it would make sense for it to be Black and White remakes. But they've covered 4 and 6.
It is weird that they skipped Gen 5. A lot of people were expecting some sort of like BDSP style Black and White remake today. And that wouldn't have shocked me, but that's not the way they went. So it's like, yeah, why did they skip Unova? It's weird.
So what do you think the third Legends game is going to be?
Oh, what do we think the next Legends game is going to be? It's going to be Well, I feel like the
Legends Gun.
The Legends Gun. I feel like the region with the next richest lore is probably either Johto or Unova. So I assume one of those two. Then I guess if they don't do some sort of Black and White remake in the lead up to the next Legends game, maybe it will be Legends Unova, because like this Legends game that they just did has 2 Johto starters, so maybe they're not gonna do Legends Johto actually. So maybe we'll be Unova.
I'm just mad that they're not gonna keep Mystery Dungeon going. I feel like it's over. I feel like they did.
They'll get it back. They'll bring it back someday.
They did an honorary like, hey guys.
It was an honorary. It was like a Vikings funeral. It was
Like,
basically
guys,
like a Viking
Hey
funeral
guys,
for
remember
it.
Mystery Dungeon?
Or a
Here's a game you
remake.
already played, but pretty and in HD. I hope you guys enjoyed Mystery Dungeon. We're never making one again. Thanks, guys.
Legend. I will stand by this. I will die on this hill. Right? Pokemon Mystery Dungeons Explorers of Time was the greatest Pokemon game of all time. It was
I'm
the best. There's
honestly
no other Pokemon game that was better. That is the best characters, the best story, the best mechanics.
the Explorers games are so like highly regarded in the fan base that I'm really sure Alex is probably currently texting Penguin about how he's sorry that we're talking over everything.
My exact
She
words
asked
were,
us a
"I'm
question,
trying my
though.
best to moderate." I'm trying my best.
She asked us a question though, and we answered the question. How is that us talking over her? She was like, "Hey,
I mean, I went into a tangent, but like, am I supposed to just not talk? Just talk, Penguin? Say things.
I was letting you answer.
Okay, well then why is Alex Cope texting you? Stop.
Don't worry about what I text Penguin.
yeah, Riley,
I'll
you've
just
never
like
texted a
stare
girl
at the
before."
camera instead. I'll do this. So I'll just stare at the camera and text next time.
Yeah, just
So
like
it's less
not,
obvious.
not just, it's like Penguin gets a text and it's like shitty and has like 10 typos in it. Because you typed it blind.
Motherfucker, you know I can text and drive. So like I've gotten real good at not looking at my phone while texting.
You see, I feel like I probably would text it. This is part of the reason why I wouldn't trust myself to drive, because I feel like I would text and drive, because I'd be like, come on, of course I can just press a couple buttons on my phone, and then it'll be fine, and then I'll fucking kill a family of 4, and it won't be good.
If you ever do that, let me know. I'll get Saul Goodman on the case.
So, hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights?
Constitution says you do.
All right, I don't remember what I was saying before I had to make my bit about Alex obviously texting Penguin.
When they were talking about the Constitution, that doesn't apply to you, Penguinmage.
The Constitution is for men. All right, you've really run out of women jokes. Now I know I said it earlier, but now you've juiced the little bit that was left that I didn't know was there. But now it's gone. Now it's all gone.
I can think of something.
Don't. I think that joke is run its course at this point.
Run its course. What are you doing over there, Alex?
Nothing. I'm waiting for you to finish your thought so I can go talk about our Sword and Shield Nuzlocke and how I beat the shit out of you.
It's like looking down. It's like
I didn't think Riely had thoughts.
Yeah, I don't have any thoughts at all. But regardless, yeah, probably Unova. If I had to pick a region for Legends, we should probably go around the horn real quick before we drop yet another thing. Brad, real quick, what do you think?
About what?
Next Legends game, what region should it be in?
I still think Legends Celebi is such a solid idea for a game.
Yeah, Johto does have like kind of a rich tapestry that I would like to learn more about, and yeah, Celebi is probably a good like mythical subject.
So I think
although they're not doing like the mythical bit, obviously, like that's not like a.
I think what they're doing is past, future, and Celebi for the past just makes sense.
That's an interesting thought, Brad.
I think they'll do past, future, and then now we're gonna go back to the past.
Oh my god, if that's the case, what if they do Legends Johto, and then they do Legends Unova, and it's the future, and it's just fucking Black and White 3? Then, actually.
Then you got, how do you pronounce his name? The G guy who is the father of N. You just have him come back.
Let's
Yeah, there you go. When he comes back, he's like, ooh, I'm gonna take over Unova again.
Here I come for the third time!
I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Why is it that 13-year-old boys keep showing up and ruining my plans? What the fuck?
And girls.
This is the dimension from where the male protagonist stars. the Getsus that I'm doing.
Where Pokemon never decided to add the female protagonist, and
Well, no, it's just like there's
Fire Red,
obviously
Leaf
like the
Green.
alternate universe where, you know, the video game takes place and you can choose which one you pick. So obviously there's an alternate universe in which each of them exists. So I'm saying this is the universe in which the male protagonist was chosen every time.
yeah, the one
don't
where
need you to
Game Freak
mansplain.
never decided to go and add a female character into their games.
Well, no, because that's like outside of universe. I'm talking about within universe. Because there are the options, there are the two alternate universes in which each option is chosen.
Oh, and Getsus is just constantly stuck in the one where the character
He's
is
just in the
chosen
one
male.
where all the male. Yeah.
Penguinmage, what do you have to say about that? See, I can do it too.
What?
So I can do it too.
What do you have to say about that?
Come on, we need a female's opinion.
I don't have opinions.
Don't
That's
play
right, I
into the
forgot
joke,
women don't
Penguin.
have
Don't play
those.
into the joke. Don't
Aw.
give in. Don't give in to the
No.
patriarchy.
The penguin is giving it. The patriarchy. No.
The patriarchy got her. Anyway, can we pivot to the Sword and Shield Nuzlocke that we were doing?
Yes.
All right, Penguin. Let's start with you. You want to tell us about how your Sword and Shield Nuzlocke is going?
We're doing it's like a 3-way competitive Nuzlocke, by the way. We didn't say that before, so I figured we should say that.
Okay, yeah. There you go.
I'm not included.
You're not included.
I was not invited.
You were
There's
not.
a reason for that.
To be honest, neither was Riely, but we
Wow.
included him anyway.
The reason is I'm too good at competitive Pokemon. That's why I'm not invited.
Yeah, Brad would
True.
sweep, obviously.
Fair enough. Penguin, do you want to tell
I
us
could
about...
sweep. I fumbled. I had a legendary fumble, okay? We had a close match. I'm not dissatisfied with how it went. It's one of the most memorable Pokemon battles I've ever had. But I made a massive misplay right at the final hour. And if I had not made that misplay, I would have fucking won that fight.
Who are you talking about?
You, when I fought you just recently.
Yeah, we're on Penguin right now.
Okay.
I want to include Penguin.
I'm just catching little guys for a good time and killing them.
I do hear you've had some echoes of death going on.
Yeah, but this started as a soul lock, so a lot of those deaths didn't count.
So, but even how many deaths do you have in the
3.
run right now? 3? I thought you had 4 for some reason.
No,
But
she
yeah.
lost her Nuzleaf in the gym, I'm pretty sure.
Same amount of deaths as myself then.
I've got 2, so...
For now.
Shush.
For now.
Shush. So, like Penguin said, this started out as a soul lock between me and Penguin, and then, unfortunately, Riely did find out that we started it and got mad.
Unfortunately.
You weren't
could've just
supposed to
said
find
no
out
to me.
about it.
I wouldn't have been that upset.
No, I don't know how to say that word.
What word?
Whatever.
The one you just said. I don't know how to say it.
People pleaser.
Exactly.
People pleaser.
So we decided we got to hop right after the first gym, right before the second gym, and Riely wanted to join us, so we turned it into a competitive Nuzlocke.
We like ramshackled it into one and reformed the first cycle because Alex was ready to do it, but Penguinmage refused to replay the game in solidarity. And
What if
Fuck your
No.
solidarity.
What if
I
you
already
guys had-
played it.
I was
What
trying
if
to
you
play the
guys-
middleman here, and motherfucker. Okay, so if I get
play the
too
game in
loud-
solidarity and also give me the opportunity to maybe have the crack at choosing a starter because I got saddled with the worst one. I'm
You
running around
got
with a
saddled
shitty
because
lizard.
you attached yourself to this like a leech.
Very true. Very true.
You could have said no. You could have said no.
No, because I figured it'd be more fun with another person.
Yeah, I've been having a great time, but I'm just saying. Look, I wish I could have a bunny or a monkey right now, and it would
Oh
have been
shit!
nice to have a fair
you
chance
got a
at that.
lizard.
You got the lizard. Have fun with the lizard. You'll be fine.
The lizard's getting boxed in this cycle, by the way, because I have a fucking whole Gyarados. Like I don't need
Oh my
him.
god, Penguin! Do you hear this complete nonsense? He's boxing
I
his
hear it.
starter.
It's okay.
Yeah, I hate him. I don't want him. Get in the box.
Release
I don't
him.
actually
Release
no.
him. Get rid of him. You
Just
don't want
power
him?
the
You want to
PC just in
complain? Get rid of
case.
him. Release him.
No.
All Pokemon matter.
Lives in the box for all eternity.
All Pokemon
matter.
lives matter.
That's not
Until
true. That
until
fucking
all
bell
of my
pepper
water
in
types
Gen
die.
9 does not matter.
Anyway, so
What
it started
Pokemon does
out.
not matter, Penguin?
I don't even know its actual name. It's the bell pepper fire grass.
Scoville.
Scoville?
Yeah, that thing.
We were shitting on that earlier.
That was a callback. That was a callback she was doing.
It's not a callback. She didn't. Shut up.
I think it was a callback. Was it a callback? Oh no, it wasn't on purpose. Okay.
Yeah, it was on purpose.
Okay. Alex just gaslit me. I'm sorry.
But also,
Shut up,
that thing
Alex.
is ugly as fuck.
Shut up, Alex.
What did Penguin
You're
just say
good.
before Alex and Brad
It's
both rudely
ugly.
interrupted her and I didn't this time?
It's ugly as fuck. That's what she said.
Shut up. We don't need you mansplaining. Go ahead, Penguin.
It was ugly as fuck.
It's ugly as fuck.
Thank you for that riveting information, Penguin.
Anytime.
Until next time.
Of course.
Anyway,
Man.
so the first cycle.
But yeah, the Sword and Shield Nuzlocke has been exciting so far. The first cycle was a weird ramshackle affair where instead of usually, so if you don't know how these Nuzlocks work, usually cycles are by gym, and then we fight after every cycle. There's points. You get points for the fight. You get it. It's a thing. You instead of the gym leader being the end point for that, we had to make it Hop after the gym leader to make things work. So Hop gets to be our first gym leader. Really, he's the real gym leader, as it turns out.
The points for cycle 2, Penguin still has to fight Riely and I. But as of right now, without
Has
that,
Penguin updated her points before you say as of right now?
Penguin,
I don't think
did
she
you
has. I
easy
think she's a
mode or
little
hard?
behind.
Did you easy mode or hard mode the gym?
She easy moded it. I remember.
Easy.
Did you update your
Okay.
points? Yeah, it was 3
So, yeah,
days
I guess
ago. Yeah.
I guess it would be whatever 110 minus 20 is, because we had the same amount of deaths. I did hard mode, she did easy mode before I did or no,
Penguin,
130.
it says Penguin has 80.
She should have
She had
110.
7.
She should have 110, because she should have 20 points less than I had before PvP. Because we had the same amount of deaths, we did all the same fights, but she did easy mode Nessa and I did hard mode Nessa. So 20-point difference. So she would have
I don't think I
110
added
points.
points for the gym.
Yeah, so 110 points. Yes,
Okay.
Brad.
I have to use the restroom, teacher.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. So Penguin has 110.
Penguin, you better start talking quick.
Riely has 160 and I have 150. Cycle 2 battle between Riely and I was probably the closest double battle I have ever had. It literally
Dude,
came
that
down
was
to like
a
tiny little
nail-biter.
factors such as like a held item or Riely choosing the wrong move.
It was literally the fight ended with Alex had his Grookey in the red, and that was it. That's how close it got.
Wacky.
His Thwacky in the red.
A wacky.
Penguin, my
And I
Thwacky,
fucked it up. There are
turn for
plenty of
turn. Hold on. Penguin, turn for turn, my Thwacky took out his Gyarados, and I'm so proud of him. I was not happy about I really wanted the bunny, but I was trying to be nice, and I let you pick, and you chose the bunny, and I was really upset. So I got the monkey, and I did not like this thing, but I have a newfound appreciation for the little stick monkey, because he took out the biggest threat that Riely had.
So this tends to always happen to me when I have like big competitive battles where I really try, where like my brain's like there's like fucking 80 equations at once, like flying around in my brain. I'm like at like every move is intense calculation is going into it. But I always make like one completely glaring, entirely retarded, brain dead fuck up. Every time. Like I'm like every other move I make will be perfectly calculated down to the last fucking detail, and I will make one fuck up that will be completely inexplicable and completely retarded. Here's the one that happened this time. Okay. I've got my Gyarados in front of Alex's Grookey. We're both Dynamaxed. Now, we both Dynamaxed the same turn. For some reason,
you also have to factor in. Sorry. You also have to factor in. I have in the red Galarian Meowth on the field as well.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. I killed the Meowth immediately. The barely.
Yeah,
relevant.
but that was one turn on the Meowth that if it had the Meowth.
True. So I lost. I didn't get to do a Dynamax attack for one turn on the Thwackey because I had to kill the Meowth.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that factors as well, obviously. But ultimately, it's between Dynamax Gyarados and Dynamax Thwackey. And for some reason, in my mind, Alex Dynamaxed a turn later than me, even though he definitely did not. So in my mind, I'm thinking that the next turn, Thwackey's going to be Dynamaxed and I'm not. And for some reason, I'm thinking that this Thwackey is going to outspeed me, even though this whole time he was not. I don't know if I thought that Dynamax boosted speed. I don't know what was going through my mind. But I was like, I have to make sure that I go first, because I think maybe I can kill him. But I would have gone first anyway, so this whole plan was stupid. So what I decided to do was, because my Gyarados' moveset is Crunch, Tackle, Bite, and Waterfall. And the idea was, I was like, I don't know if I can kill him. And I want to make sure I outspeed him. So my big brain play was, at first it was, I'm gonna click Max Strike, I'm gonna lower the speed, and I'm gonna use Bite and hope for the flinch. But I thought about it a little more, and I'm like, maybe Crunch will kill anyway. But regardless, it didn't, and that ended up being the only move to make, because I realized, I guess I could have done the Bite thing anyway. Regardless, I think at that moment I fucked up because I wasted a turn and I clicked Max Strike, which was much weaker than the Max Darkness that would have been built off of Crunch. And if I had clicked that, I think I would have won. And I'm really upset with myself that I clicked Max Strike to solve a speed problem that didn't exist. And that lost me the match.
Penguin, after the match, we went and compared the speed stats just to make sure that Riely completely fucked up.
Just to make sure I wasn't tripping. Because, like, I had been fighting the Thwackey for 3 turns already. You'd think I would have noticed who was going first.
So, it's been very fun. I haven't done a competitive Nuzlocke in, I think the last time was Oras with Riely back when,
and that was like a cage lock. That wasn't even like the proper sort of thing we're doing now.
Yeah, but that's the closest I've done to one of these, so I think I'm doing very, very well.
Yeah, for sure. I think you're gonna get better. You have always been like,
oh, we completely forgot to mention,
I'm never gonna learn how to do competitive. I think you will learn how to do competitive from this. That's what I've been saying the whole time. You came in and you were like, I'm gonna sit here for 3 hours and I'm gonna think about what Riely has and I'm gonna strategize. I'm gonna figure out how to beat that. What you just did, Alex, is competitive Pokemon. You're already getting better.
We also forgot to mention, Riely, that through sheer willpower and complaining, Penguin and I have convinced you to change cycle 2, 4, 6, and 8 to double battles instead of single battles.
Usually the tradition in competitive Nuzlocks that I play with other people, if they do double battles at all, is to do 3 double battle cycles. But oh, fucking Mr. and Mrs. Double Battle over here, like fucking we can't. That's not enough for us.
Brain rotted me into only knowing double battle strats. So that's
why you like this.
Because double battles are better.
They're not. I hate them.
The best battle for that. The best battle format is Draft
Battle
League, hands
format?
down. Shut up. No one asked you. You're a woman.
Are you gonna continue your thought, or
my thought was finished, but women kept interrupting me and
come on,
being
battle
women.
format? Let's
You
go.
interrupted
Come on.
my last word that everybody already understood what I said. What the fuck?
It was Draft League. Draft League is the best battle format.
I mean, there could be a doubles draft league. It's happened.
No, those don't count. Those are lame.
They're doing a doubles draft league in BBR right now that I'm not going to sign up for because I hate doubles.
Howard.
Do I need to sign up and just beat them? I need to do it.
You're banned.
That hasn't stopped me before. I'm still in the server. I love.
Don't be saying that around Penguinmage. She's gonna snitch on you.
She can snitch on me.
Bitch.
I've loved reading their tiers because that's all their server's been here lately is their tiers. They've just been crying. It's been amazing.
Anyway,
this is your W. You like I had to watch them suffer because they killed me.
Anyway,
they killed me in the streets.
So, Penguin, without revealing your team, and after hearing the battle between Riely and I and seeing what we've already declared, do you have confidence in beating us at all or no? I would also like to mention I got my ass completely handed to me by both of these people. Cycle 1.
Oh, it was a rape that I did to Alex in Cycle 1.
Yeah, Riely completely we got locked in a prison cell together, and I guess I just became the bottom in that situation.
There was a point where I said to Alex, like, wow, you're not going to get 6-swept. Good job. Because, right at the end of the fight, he killed one of my Pokemon.
I will say, Penguin and I, Cycle 1, did very, very well. In my mind, and then she threw out her last Pokemon, and I was like, oh, you still have one more. Fuck.
Oops, my calculations have been a little off, as it turns out. Brad, why are you wearing a weird hat?
It's not a weird hat. It's a fantastic hat. You take that back.
I don't even know. Is it just a plain black hat? Does it have something on it that I can't see?
It says Arby's.
Oh, okay.
It's just a work hat.
Anyway, so I'm hoping this cycle goes a lot better for me. If I can take both of these people out, I'm sitting pretty up on top.
There's a possibility. Here's what could happen. I'm winning right now. If Alex beats Penguin and I don't beat Penguin, then Alex is winning.
And I'm gonna go. I'm a whore for points.
So Alex has a lot to gain here. He's gonna want to win this fight, and then Penguinmage. I guess if you beat both of us, you're in the lead. But that's if anybody beat 2 people, they're gonna be in the lead.
So I guess we'll see.
It'll be interesting to see.
I'm sure we'll say an update next week. If we don't, then oh well. But
I look so sexy.
It's true. Brad, you're doing a lot of weird bits tonight.
Penguin, it's late. If you would like to dip out, you are more than welcome to. I'm not telling you to leave. You are more than welcome to stay. But you were also complaining that you were tired.
Get out of here.
I was rushing through all the Penguin content. Not rushing through. I was rushing to get to the Penguin content just in case you wanted to leave.
Wow, rushing through all the Penguin content. No care. No fucking.
Care. No important.
Now that the women are gone.
They're not gone yet. You should have saved that.
I'll just turn my camera off, mute myself, and let you guys finish the episode.
Okay. Yeah, instead of Penguin leaving, Alex leaves.
That would be a plot twist that
the host of the podcast, whose YouTube channel is on.
She becomes a man, and then he becomes.
And Alex becomes a woman, and then it's like, whoa! Now we're the opposite of what we were before. Bad bit. I'm sorry. I tried.
Riely's a retard and forgot to go fishing in Hulberry before the
I
cycle.
did forget to go fishing in Holberry.
That's
You should
unfortunate.
maybe I don't know, penguin fished in Holberry, so I don't know if
Oh,
I'd
I
be
saw that
speaking. So
message before it was deleted.
I have
Penguin, I deleted it because I completely forgot that. I told Riely he forgot, and he's like, look, don't help Penguin on this. And I'm like, oh shit. So I remembered our little conversation, our little cahoots
that's
over
not
here.
what I told you not to help Penguin on.
So that's why I deleted that message quickly, because I didn't want Riely to see it.
I saw it.
I know
No,
you
not
did.
about Holberry, unless you also warned her of the other thing.
I think she knows about the other thing.
I have
hope
never
she
completed a
doesn't.
Nuzlocke.
You should do that.
It's easy. It's real easy. I've completed a couple.
It's not. Alex is actually lying to you. If it's any game but Gen 1, that's
Emerald?
the only one where it's easy. Excuse the fuck out of me? Emerald is an easy Nuzlocke?
For me, it was, yeah. Because I know Hoenn. I know Hoenn by like the back of my
you're
fucking
probably
hand.
like you're probably like spamming potions and you like weren't counting wipes as wipes and you were
No.
Didn't fight Steven not one time.
didn't fight Steven.
No, I legitimately did Emerald. What are you talking
No healing items?
Outside of battle, yes. Not inside of battle.
Well, yeah, the no healing items inside of battle. You did Emerald. No healing inside of battle. You did that?
Yes.
Did you really?
I'll fucking do it again.
Do it again. Do it on your YouTube channel. I want to see it.
Nah, that YouTube channel's dead. Like, big dead.
What do you mean?
It's
This
basically
podcast
the
is on
same
it right
thing.
now.
It's basically the same thing as this fucking Discord channel. It used to be the Kolochu Discord channel, and I fucking killed it for Detour Ahead.
Well,
it's a
stop.
sacrifice.
Make things. Do things.
I don't have the motivation to do things.
We'll fucking do them anyway.
I'll
do them
look,
with you.
Look, I am. Okay.
This is gonna be the version of make videos about food, Vito. Fucking make Pokemon content, Alex.
You know what I've been sitting on for like almost a year now?
A
What,
dildo?
the Colo Cast?
The what?
The Colo Cast? I think you
We're
lost
just
the
gonna
files.
we're gonna ignore what I said. Okay.
No,
I
I
don't know- I don't
completely
even know what
lost
you
the
said.
file. I completely lost the files for the 2 episodes I did. No,
You didn't hear what I said,
I'm
Riley.
sitting on
No.
big Pokemon content that could possibly get me subscribers.
What do you mean big Pokemon content that could possibly get you subscribers?
Our Clover revisit?
I don't. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we can do that more. You just gotta like be aggressive about it.
I was aggressive, and you turned me down at every point, so I stopped. I
Yeah, you
quit.
keep going.
No, that's not how
Yeah,
this
keep
works.
going.
You turn me down
So-
enough times, I lose the motivation, and I'm just like, oh well.
Well, that's not how it works, because you don't know we can't fucking schedule it. Because sometimes I'm busy, or sometimes I don't feel like it. You just keep asking until I do it. Eventually, I will do it.
Mm-hmm.
So Riley, he said, "You know what I've been sitting on for a while," and I said a dildo, and nobody laughed at my joke, and that was a good joke.
And try pitching me a time that's in the future. That's a good idea. When you say let's do it now, I'm trepidatious, and when you say let's do it later, but you don't set a specific time, I'm trepidatious. You'd be like, let's
What?
do it on this day at this time, and I'll be like,
Let's do it.
yes.
Let's do it February 15th, 2:30.
That has already passed, unfortunately.
Damn it! Fuck. This is hard.
This is
Shit,
not.
what are
This
dates?
is just an idea. Do not hold me to this. There's a possibility that I might do it, but I probably won't.
okay.
You don't believe that I did a legitimate Emerald Nuzlocke.
Legitimate Emerald Nuzlocke. Set mode, level limits, no items
Hold
in
on.
battle.
Let's go ahead and fucking be specific. We don't think we know you didn't do it.
Good. Thank you.
I just had to clarify that because he was like implying that we like were like thinking about it, like we doubt that. No, it's you didn't do it. 100%. You're lying. Stop that. It's bad.
Okay.
Lying is like
No,
Not
it's
good.
possible that he did it, but the way he's acting like it was effortless. If you did do it, it fucking killed your ass for sure.
Okay.
It didn't? You're saying it didn't do that?
Are you asking if
He's
I
saying-
lost any Pokemon? Yes, I did.
He's saying
Yeah,
that
I'm asking if you lost a lot of Pokemon, because
Not a
that's
whole
what I'm
shit
assuming
ton.
happened. If you had to ballpark a number out there.
Dude, I did this like 5 or 6 years ago. I don't even remember what I did yesterday. You can't.
That's why I said ballpark. Like, what around what kind of range do you maybe think it might have been in your
10?
heart? Okay,
I don't
so
know.
it gave you a little bit of a hard time. I don't know. I don't listen. Maybe you did that. I don't know if you could do it again. I think maybe that might have been a fluke.
Maybe there's a stream coming at some point where I prove that I can do it.
You remember
Do
when
it.
Michael the Pokemon used Hyper Beam Pidgeotto to win a Nuzlocke? That was crazy.
Bro, you just fucking unlocked a core memory. I had no recollection of that until right now when you said it, and I was like,
it was Pudge the Pidgeotto, and I just remember him going, Hyper Beam!
I do remember the hyper beam bit. That good times, good time. If only Michael the Pokemon still did things. I wish I could have gotten him on the show. I asked him once. He said no. Sucks. I miss Michael.
I feel like what it
Pokemon.
was is he wanted this to be his career, but it wasn't taken off fast enough. And
Yeah, that was
he
ultimately
had
what
to
it was, I think.
I feel like he had to get a job because he was living with his parents or something along those lines, right? And because he had to like make money, he did it in such a terrible way. I feel like he could have done things to I feel like if he was smarter, he had the potential, right?
He made chat
But
sub only to try
but
to like
he went
squeeze
and
all of the
just
money
nuked.
possible out of his audience.
He went and nuked everything for no reason. He should have been smarter.
What's weird is, okay, he didn't nuke. Here's what he did. Here's two things that he did in succession, and one would have made sense without the other. So the first thing he did was he unmodded every mod because they weren't showing up enough, I guess. So he unmodded every mod. I had been unmodded like a couple weeks prior for a different thing.
I don't
And then he just
remember.
unmodded everybody. It was because I was like being too aggressive in chat, but like I was just joking. Like it wasn't even a big deal, and I tried to like fight with him, but he was adamant. But he got rid of all the mods, and then he made chat sub only. So he's like, if you want to talk, yes, sub. And it's like, okay. So first you turn your entire loyal audience against you because they were all mods and you unmodded all of them and they're upset that you did that. And then you make it so people have to pay to talk in your chat. Now the people who you just upset and took away their power, I don't think they're gonna pay to chat, buddy. Maybe if you just done the pay to chat thing and you hadn't fucked us all over first, we would have been like, yeah, we'll throw in $5 to talk in Michael the Pokemon's chat. Yeah, why not? Why we love Michael. But he first fucked us all over and then paywalled his chat.
The thing is, the Riely is at this point we didn't have jobs, me or you, so there's no way we were gonna pay for that.
I had Prime. I had Prime subs at that point, I'm pretty sure.
Riely didn't have a job up until like 5 years ago.
I'm sorry, Riely, that I don't remember what happened in 2017.
I'm not saying I wasn't saying
I know,
that.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah. Yeah, but I might have had Prime back then, maybe not. But regardless, us little kids would have been fucked. But like maybe Jackson would have paid, maybe Magikarp would have paid, but they got all fucked over first, and then he did it. So it makes no sense.
What's your thoughts on this topic, Penguinmage?
What do you think about this Twitch streamer you've never heard of before in your life? What do you think?
They didn't even unmute for that one.
No, they didn't even give it the time of day.
She might be fucking sleeping.
That's possible. That's very possible.
I didn't know women slept.
Riely, do you want to talk about?
Women don't do anything. That they don't sleep. They don't go to the bathroom. They just like exist at all times and have no flaws or human limitations.
Riely, do you want to talk about your Pokemon pity party? That is X and Y Nuzlocke.
Yeah. So Sword and Shield's going pretty well for me, all things considered. There's another competitive Nuzlocke, and this is one with just me and Alex, and we're playing Pokemon X and Y, and I am getting raped. It's
I want to watch
bad.
that.
It's terrible. Stop doing silly, but Brad, you're doing a lot of like silly physical comedy today. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you. You're in one of those moods.
Better
But
than sitting around doing nothing.
true, that's fair. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's an interesting angle that I've never seen you take before.
That's what I'm gonna do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like I'm just gonna have random items with me, and I'm just gonna be like,
So
this is like what I do on streams by accident, but on purpose. I will just all the time on accident just start like playing with some. There's a time where I was like playing with my house key, and somebody was like, "Maybe you should do that on stream," and I was like, "You're right, probably."
X and Y Nuzlocke. So the Nuzlocke gods have granted immense favor over me, at least for the first 3 cycles.
Your favor has started to decrease a little bit. You've started to experience some hardship, but definitely for the first 3 cycles, the story was Alex was getting like fucking like kitty gloves, Weenie Hut Junior version of X and Y. Where nothing was going wrong and everything's fine, and he gets all the cool Pokemon. And me, I'm back there with my fucking Burmy and my fucking
Riely, the bug catcher over
just,
here,
like,
is struggling for his
me at
life.
every turn. I had like 7 deaths, terrible encounter tables, and then the coup de grace was so in the competitive Nuzlocks in most generations, there's some sort of optional catch-up mechanism that makes use of a generation's unique or somewhat unique mechanics to create optional point opportunities in order to close gaps. And in Gen 6, that's Sky Battles. And the risk with Sky Battles is it is a regulation battle in which if you lose it, you white out and you go to the Pokemon Center. So, if you lose a Sky Battle, that's a white. You got to restart the game, buddy. So I, because I was very behind due to the rape, was like, okay, I really need to do Sky Battles. And I only had a Gyarados with which to do those Sky Battles because all of my flying types died. So I only had a Gyarados with which to do Sky Battles, and I go into a Sky Battle, I'm like, okay, Fletchinder and Pelipper. I can murder a Fletchinder with Surf effortlessly, and then Pelipper, it's just like, I'm gonna bite it to death, and everything's gonna be fine. There's no way this plan could fuck up. And I think I was correct, that if that plan was possible to execute, that there would have been no way to fuck it up. But the unfortunate thing was, apparently, some genius at Game Freak was like, oh, because Surf is like a terrain HM or whatever, even though anytime they use it in the anime, it's just a normal water attack that they shoot at people. You can't use Surf in Sky Battles. So,
what?
as it turns out, you can't use Surf in Sky Battles.
What a random mechanic. What a random mechanic.
What the fuck? Who came up with this? They're like, yeah, we gotta make sure fucking Surf you can't use this. Oh, it's a terrain HM. It wouldn't make any sense. Yes, it would. The water rises into the sky. It's a tidal wave. Okay.
Hey guys.
Regardless,
we're making this game, right? And Riley's gonna have a Nuzlocke in like 7 years. How can we fuck his
yeah.
done?
Specifically to fuck me over. So I couldn't use Surf. So I was like, okay, I guess I have to kill this Fletchinder with Ice Fang. Guess what happened? Fletchinder has Flame Body. So my Gyarados got burned. Which means when the Pelipper came out, those bites were hitting for half damage, and I was taking tick damage from burn. So I could not defeat the Pelipper under those conditions. and my Nuzlocke was over. And now I'm
Go to
picking up the
jail.
pieces.
Don't pass
I'm
go.
picking up.
Do not
I'm
collect
picking up the
$200.
pieces and continuing again because that is allowed in the competitive Nuzlocke rule set. You take your points lost for all of your deaths, and you just pick up the pieces and you start again. And you can't get any points for shit you've done already, and you just catch up and then you go from there. So I've started my catch up run, and the good thing about the catch up run is in the first run where I was getting raped. I did lose both of my starters almost immediately. I lost my Froakie in the first gym, and I lost my Ivysaur in a random trainer battle on the way to the second. So I had no starters almost immediately. Both of my starters are still alive right now, and I'm at the second gym. So they both survived at least a little longer than they did before. We'll see if they make it to when it's a competitive Nuzlocke again. But for now, I still have starters. My second chance
Critical hit.
Frogadier and my
Critical
second
hit.
chance Ivysaur. No
Critical hit.
hits. Don't say critical hit.
You're not Riely the bug catcher
yeah,
this
now I
time,
gotta-
though.
Crit.
No. But
Crit.
but yeah, I'm only one badge into the catch up. I'm about to. I did all the gym trainers in Grant's gym. I just got to grind and then do Grant, and then from there I got to do Karina and Ramos, and then I'll be caught up.
So what I'm hearing is you begged to join, and then now you're slowing everything down by dying out.
No. This was the one that we started together. The one I begged to join, I'm still okay.
Okay.
This is a different, separate one that I'm fucking up. Although I wouldn't be shocked if I wipe in the other one. Although now that we have all these beautiful TM resources that raids bring upon, that's something we forgot to mention. So I realized that Alex was the first to make this observation, and then he made the mistake of telling the rest of us that raids give you some crazy good shit. Not only do they give you XP candies, which give the beautiful promise of never having to grind, but they also give you ridiculous TRs. Like, because from 1-star and 2-star raids that you can access before like the first gym, they're giving you fucking flamethrower, waterfall, fucking scald,
Leech
fucking
life.
shadow ball, leech life.
Remember when Leech Life used to suck?
That's really weird that they decided one day. I want to know who was in that board meeting and how it went. Where it's like Game Freak was like, guys, remember how Zubats, you get them and they have Leech Life, and Leech Life sucks.
I don't think it had anything to do with Zubat.
Actually amazing.
I don't think it had anything to do with that. I think it had to do with they just wanted a better bug type move.
I mean, you're probably right, but it's just such a weird pull. Because Leech Life was, like, famously weak before. Like, famously one of the weakest moves ever. And then suddenly now it's amazing.
I just imagine somebody kicking the door down and then they're going, Mega Pokemon? Forget it. Leech Life? Fuck the shit out of it.
Yeah, there was an invader who is just like really invested in Leech Life. It's their favorite move of all time, and they hate that it sucks. And they broke into Pokemon Company with a weapon, and they're like, "You better fucking make Leech Life good right now."
Give him what he wants. He's a woman.
He's a woman?
I don't know.
I guess in 2025 anything's possible.
We're gonna have President Trump by executive order sign Nidoqueen and Nidoking as Mega Evolutions in the new game. He's gonna sign it. No, that was before we started recording.
It wasn't on air.
It wasn't on air. I needed to make that on air because that was a good joke.
The Nidos are coming. The Nidos are possibly coming back, though. By the way,
everybody loves the Nidos. Everybody loves the Nidos. They need their own.
I do wish a president would start just like writing executive orders that had nothing to do with politics. Like, I'm signing an executive order.
We're gonna change the Gulf of Mexico. to the Gulf
Not
of
even that.
America.
No,
He
I
did.
guess that's political in some stretch, but it's like signing executive
Red,
order. But
white,
it's
and
like
blue, baby. Red, white, and blue.
red, white, and blue land is a pretty interesting one. But like signing an executive order where it's like I have to every time somebody has to makes me breakfast, there has to be bacon there. Or they're going
No.
to
What
jail.
president? What president? What president? I don't think it was an executive order, but some president did send out a memo to the House staff that says that his dog was too fat to stop feeding it.
I'm signing an executive order that says you aren't allowed to be mean to me. I'm signing an executive order that says you have to let me pick first the starter in the competitive Nuzlocke game. That's my executive order. Riley's presidential run for 2040 or whatever I'm eligible to run, whatever the fucking age is. That's my platform. Hey everybody, welcome to the texting cast, where everybody's texting.
So apparently Taft signed an official order that said something along the lines of my bulldog is getting food from everybody. It's like running around and getting food from everybody. Stop feeding my dog, it's getting fat.
Here's an executive order for you. Stop feeding my fucking dog. He's fat as fuck.
You're giving it diabetes.
This fat fuck keeps getting food.
He gets it from me, and then he goes to the kitchen and gets it from you guys, and then he goes to the front desk, and then he gets it from the people coming in. No more. We're cutting them off.
That stupid fat piece of shit.
Sleepy Joe would have kept feeding it. I'm not gonna do it. All right. I love my dog. Joe Biden kills his dogs.
Taft, the William Henry Taft, the successor to Joe Biden, I'd say that my dog is too fat. Is it William Henry Taft?
I don't fucking know.
I feel like William Henry Taft might be how somebody else got it wrong in a comedy show that I heard. What is Taft's name? I just know Taft. How long ago even was Taft? I want to know about Taft.
Anyway, Penguinmage, what do you think about this?
What do you think about William
I'm
Howard
pretty
Taft?
sure she's asleep, bro. I'm not texting her.
It's William Howard Taft, by the way.
That's gonna be my new joke when I'm on, and even if she's not here, I'm just gonna like in the middle of our what do you think about that?
What do you think about that, Penguin?
And it's gonna be I'm gonna make sure to do it only on the most like random ass topics. Like we'll be talking about something stupid like farts.
And we're gonna treat it. We're gonna treat it with like. Penguin,
so what do you
feel about this?
Do you think about farts? What do you think about the farts?
We're gonna treat it like here's what it's gonna be. We're gonna treat it like when Dora talks to the audience, right? When we're like, Penguin, what do you think? And then we don't, and then the audience doesn't hear anything, and we're just like, yeah, that's interesting. That's a good point.
It's like when you're streaming and you say, "What do you think, chat?"
What do you think? Because there's no actual chat.
Have you seen that clip where the guy is playing like video games on stream, and then his girlfriend goes, "Get off that stream or we're done." And he looks over and he goes, "So what do you think, chat?"
All right, I'm super tired. I think we should wrap it up.
How do you feel about this, chat? Should I dump this bitch? Should I dump that bitch? Chat?
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
No, but that's great.
Oh my god, you look it up, Riely. It's great. You won't be disappointed.
Dump that bitch.
All right.
Anyway, Alex is pussying out. He wants to go home.
Oh,
I want to go to bed. I've already pushed this way past where I wanted it to go.
You pushed it 19 minutes past where you wanted it to go, Alex. Calm down.
Exactly. Anyway, look,
What do you think about that, Penguin?
I'm tired. I'd like to go to bed. Brad, do you have any socials?
Bradley Batty. Blah. Fuck it. If I could speak
Bradley
English,
Batty.
I am a baddie. Bradley Badly on Twitter. I did it. I did a thing. Yeah.
Riely.
Good job. linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's Riely Cinematic Universe. So many podcasts, so many YouTube channels. I'm doing all sorts of shit.
So much waste of space.
You can check it out. So much waste of space. Thank you, Brad. Thank you for calling all of the art that I create a waste of space. But regardless, I do so many things. You can go check it all out. But I'll particularly bring highlight to the live shows that I do, because that's the thing I do now is live podcast twice a week. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Me and Brad over here, who's currently having the most violent arm spasm I've ever seen in my life, we do a show called The Death Stream, which is a politics and current events show where we chill and we hang out, we talk about all sorts of stuff, and it's a good time. And it's on the Riely and Friends YouTube channel. And then, if Saturdays at noon, although we're going to be changing this time slot in about a month, so stay tuned. But as of right now, Saturdays at noon, starting not this Saturday, but next. I've said it was this Saturday in other recordings I did earlier this week, but then Demi Gloom forgot she was doing stupid shit, so so we're not doing it.
Another Demi Gloom L.
Another Demi Gloom L. We'll be back the next week. We do that Saturdays at noon until we get the new time slot, which I will announce. And there you go, and many more.
If you haven't already been watching or listening, you can find this show over on the Kolochu YouTube channel. If you want to do anything, if you want to find anything else Kolochu, it's linktr.ee/COLOCHU. If you want to give us money because you think we're funny, patreon.com/Detour Ahead, DETOURAHEAD.
How much commission do I get?
/Detour Ahead.
Guests are not paid.
Why the fuck am I here? God damn it. So you're telling me
it'd be interesting if we had a guest like who actually charged an appearance fee. That would feel like so weird. I guess maybe it wouldn't matter. Yeah.
If you make $1 bajillion, all right, I don't get nothing.
Oh yeah, if we're like rich, we'll pay our guests, but we're not even making money right now, so let's not talk about that. If we had like $1 gazillion, obviously we would pay our guests, but we definitely will probably never have $1 gazillion, mostly because gazillion is not a real type of number. But
you'll pay me as your accountant. So let's just be honest.
Yeah, we'll have Brad as our account. We'll bring in Brad as the official Detour head accountant.
I like stocks. I'll be buying them.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to Detour Ahead. We will see you guys whenever this episode decides to go up.
Don't you say that, and I know you're sassing me, and I don't appreciate it. You know.
I appreciate it. Keep doing it.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody.